I am back with another video on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Today's third video about this conflict. In this video, firstly, we'll have a look at a statement of Zelensky, Ukrainian president. He claimed that Turkey was too close Bosporus and Dardanelles states to Russian ships, and Russia would lose access to Black Sea. But Turkey seems to be denying this claim of Ukrainian president. Secondly, viewers, we have updates from two places, Melitopol and Chernihiv. What's happening in Melitopol? Is it under Russian control or Ukrainian control? We have video clip for you. Then Chernihiv on Belarus-Ukraine border. Russians breached this place. Is it under Russian control now? Some pictures for you. Some Russian soldiers have been taken prisoner in Chernihiv. And lastly, viewers, Russia says that today it resumed its offensive on Ukraine. Did it stop its offensive? It says it stopped its offensive yesterday when there was a talk of negotiations, but Russia says that Ukraine is rejecting talks. Is that what Ukraine is saying? Firstly, viewers, Zelensky, Ukrainian president, talked to Erdogan, a Turkish president, today. And after this conversation, Zelensky shared a statement. He said, he thanked Erdogan, a Turkish president, and he said that it was a big development that Turkey had agreed to ban the access to Black Sea for Russian ships. Is Turkey going to block Russian ships from using Bosporus Strait and Dardanelles Strait to gain access to the Black Sea? Has Turkey officially confirmed that if it has happened, it could be a huge blow to Russia? Russia would lose access to Black Sea. Russia could come under a blockade. Russia would lose access to Europe, to the Mediterranean Sea. It could be a huge blow. But is it happening? No official confirmation from Turkey so far. Zelensky says that Erdogan agreed, but no statement from Turkish government and no development on the ground that the passage is being closed for Russian ships. But Ukraine wants the closure of this route for Russian ships. Before the start of this war, we saw statements from Ukraine. Ukraine urged Turkey to close this sea route for Russian ships in case of Russia-Ukraine war. Now the war is going on, but Turkey is not closing this important sea route which connects Asia with Europe. So no official confirmation so far. Zelensky says Erdogan agreed. No movement on the ground so far from Turkey to block Russian ships from gaining access to the Black Sea. Secondly, viewers, we have updates from two places in Ukraine, Melitopol and Chernihiv. First Melitopol, viewers. Melitopol was taken, Russians were there in Melitopol yesterday. But Ukrainians have been denying the presence, the control of Melitopol by Russians. Today, luckily, we received some pictures, videos showing presence of Russian troops in Melitopol. Where is Melitopol? Have a look at this map. You can see Melitopol, an important place on this map. And it has been visually confirmed that Russian forces are in Melitopol. They are patrolling in Melitopol. Several convoys of Russian military have been seen patrolling the streets of Melitopol. Watch a video clip in which Russian troops can be seen in Melitopol. The clip has been geolocated. It's from Melitopol. So there is considerable, significant presence of Russian military in Melitopol. Secondly, with Chernihiv, here Russians have been pushed back from some positions. Russian forces entered to Chernihiv from Belarus. We know that in Belarus there has been presence of thousands of Russian troops. Russians have been conducting joint military maneuvers with Belarusian forces there. And from Belarus, Russian forces have entered Ukraine, and they took control of Chernobyl and parts of Chernihiv as well. But Ukrainian side says that its forces have regained their positions in Chernihiv, and in counterattacks from Ukrainian forces, some Russian soldiers have been killed and captured. One captured officer of Russian military has been shown by Ukrainian media. He is head of a military unit. He has been taken prisoner in Chernihiv. Ukraine says it is in control of its areas in Chernihiv. Russians have been pushed back from Chernihiv. Russians entered Chernihiv, but yes, they faced some resistance there. It has been confirmed that in Chernihiv, Russians faced resistance. They could not hold ground, and Ukrainians are in control of much of Chernihiv. This picture has been shared by Ukrainian news sources. The man shown in the picture is an officer of Russian military. He has been taken prisoner in Chernihiv. Lastly, viewers, Russia says that it has resumed an offensive on Ukraine, which it paused yesterday. First question is, did it pause its offensive on Ukraine? And secondly, what is Russia saying? Why did it pause its military offensive on Ukraine? Russia says that yesterday it offered talks to Ukraine. There were some signals that talks could start in Minsk, Belarus. So Russia paused military operation in Ukraine. But after that, after a few hours of this development, Ukraine rejected talks, and that is why today Russia resumed its offensive on Ukraine. Now, what happened last night? If Russian military operation in Ukraine was paused yesterday, then why is that Kiev, Ukrainian capital, was under attack all night last night? It was the deadliest night for Russians, for Ukrainians, their forces last night. They tried to move in on Ukraine, on Kiev from multiple directions. They launched attacks on Odessa. In Kharkiv, we saw fighting. In Sumy, we saw fighting. So there was fighting and new attacks from Russians in Ukraine last night. Russian offensive on Ukraine was not passed. Russia offered talks to Ukraine, but it offered talks in Minsk, Belarus. Belarus is a Russian ally. Russian forces are operating from Belarus against Ukraine. Ukraine did not agree on talks in Minsk, Belarus. And now Russians are saying that they have resumed their military operations in Ukraine. Operations were already underway. There was no considerable pause in Russian attack on Ukraine. We'll try to update you in coming video about overall picture because Russian swept across Ukraine on day one. But on day 2 and day 3, the pace of their advance has slowed down. What's happening on the ground? We'll try to update you about the real and overall picture in the coming video. Thank you for watching.